Indo-Thai News. Today we're having an exclusive interview with the President of India-Thai Business Association, Mr. Satish Saigal. Namaste.
สวัสดีครับ
Sawadee-kha. Can you please let our viewers know more about the India-Thai Association and what are its objectives?
Okay, to start with, this association was incorporated about 15 years ago. In Thailand, we have two organizations. One is the India-Thai Business Association and the other is India-Thai Chamber of Commerce. I happen to be the past president of the India-Thai Chamber of Commerce as well. The purpose really was to have an organization mainly for those in the servicing industry. In the chamber we have mainly traders, we also have some industrialists, but our emphasis was to have an association which will become the mouthpiece of those in the servicing sector. So that was the beginning of the India-Thai Business Association, and we have the blessing of the Indian Embassy. Our main purpose is to strengthen the economic relations between the two countries. It is our endeavor to increase Thai exports to India and vice versa. It is also our objective to bring in investment from India to Thailand and encourage entrepreneurs in Thailand to invest in India. We were instrumental in initiating Indian weddings in Thailand. That was my idea. As a result of that, today we have something like 300 weddings in Thailand each year. And that has resulted in huge income for Thailand, because each wedding spends on an average 50 million baht. The guests are mainly millionaires and billionaires. So you can imagine the kind of money the guests spend while they're in Thailand. The reason this became successful is due to the fact that Thailand is excellent value for money. Our 5-star hotels are cheaper than hotels in India. The cost of food in Thailand is cheaper. There is activity for every member of the family. The husband would go and play golf, the wife would go out shopping, the children would go to places like Siam Park. So they're here for about 7 days, and during those 7 days they get a chance to do and indulge in all the activities. So today Thailand is the single largest destination for Indian weddings, not only from India, for Indians all over the world. So I must say that was our initiative. We have also been instrumental in increasing the trade between the two countries. The current value of trade is 1.3 billion US dollars, which is still very low. If you look at the percentage, it only represents 2% of Thailand's trade with the world. And in as far as India is concerned, it only represents 1.5% of India's trade with the world. So there is room for improvement. I would like to think that over the next 3 to 5 years, we could easily increase from 1.5 to 2 billion or maybe up to 2.5 billion US dollars. the biggest obstacle is that we do not have an FTA between the two countries. FTA is Free Trade Agreement, and once that is in place, the total value of trade will increase. That's obstacle number one. Obstacle number two is that currently Thailand is buying a lot of products from India's competitors, but not from India. And vice versa, India is currently buying a lot of product from Thailand's competitors, but not from Thailand. So what we need to do is for both sides to sit down and identify the scope of the products, both Indian and Thai products. For example, I'll give you very good India traditionally imported a lot of toys from China. But lately, as you know, because of the friction on the border between India and China, a lot of Indians have boycotted Chinese products. So I went to see the Minister of Commerce and I explained to the Minister of Commerce and the senior officials that this offers Thailand a great opportunity to export those products that India used to buy from China, where Thailand is competitive. Now, talking about toys, Thailand produces top quality toys made out of cloth, textile, and there is a town near Bangkok called Ratchaburi. Half of the town indulges in making these toys, and India, the whole of India, can uptake the entire production, Thailand's total production, in 1 week. I'm just giving you an example of the scope and the opportunities that exist. Then there is also scope to export products for the children and the young. If you look at the statistics, India is a very young nation. 50% of the Indian population is below the age of 25. It's a young nation. So Thailand has tremendous opportunity of selling these products to India. On the reverse side, India is very advanced in technology, IT. They're the world's leading IT. I think Thailand should make use of that. Thailand should bring in Indian teachers to teach technology in Thailand. Instead of sending Thais to go and learn, the best thing is to get teachers to teach the teachers program in Thailand. You bring in 1,000 teachers and they may be teaching to 1,000 institutions, and that would be useful from the Thai perspective. There are a lot of other products. Now, India is a very big buyer of vegetable. Indians consume vegetable oil, and we produce a lot of palm oil. So there is no reason why we cannot export palm to India, palm oil. I'm just giving you these examples with a view to let the viewers know that there are tremendous opportunities for trading in so many different products, both ways. Indian film industry is the largest in the world, bigger than Hollywood. Bollywood is bigger than Hollywood. Make no mistake. People used to think Hollywood is the largest. No, Bollywood is the largest. Indian film industry is much bigger. A lot of Indian producers come to Thailand to shoot. So that offers Thailand tremendous opportunity. It brings in revenue for Thailand. So in terms of tourism, there are opportunities for leisure traffic. There are opportunities for business traffic. When you talk about the business traffic, I have got to tell all the viewers about a very special group of small-time businessmen. In Thai, we call it Kong Thap Mot. These are small-time traders spread throughout India. They come to Thailand about once a month. Each person brings in $500,000 to 1 million baht. They buy products from Thailand with a view to selling products in India. Now you may question, well, our products are very similar, whatever India produces, Thailand produces also, and whatever Thailand produces, India also produces. But you must not forget, we Indians were colonized by the British for 200 years. So the perception is that anything imported is better. So a lot of Indians still enjoy buying imported products. So that is probably one of the reasons a lot of these small-time traders come and buy products made in Thailand with a view to taking those products to sell in India. Even after paying duty, they find it profitable. Now, from Thailand's point of view, it's an excellent opportunity for certain business areas such as Patunam, Sampeng, Paurat, Indra Market, and Talat Bobe, because these people, they come and buy in bulk. So it helps the economy of these markets, which is very useful in as far as Thailand is concerned. Other than that, I can also see opportunities for investment.
Thank you for your informative answer. I would like to move on to the next one, and that is how and when did you get associated with the India Thai Business Association?
Okay, it's a very interesting story. As I said, I am the past chairman of the India Thai Chamber of Commerce, and while I was there, we felt that there was need of a parallel body to assist the people in the servicing industry. So with that thought in mind, I think at that time some of us met the Indian ambassador, and the embassy was supportive of the fact that yes, we need another parallel organization with a view to concentrating on the servicing sector, investment and servicing sector. And that is how this association came into existence. We obviously wanted to also emphasize on the industrialists who have invested in this country. So it was mainly because of that reason that we went to the Ministry of Commerce and registered this. Today we are registered as an official body with the Thai government.
Thank you. The next question, can you let us know about some of the project A organize during your term?
Oh, well, we have invited a lot of ministers from Thailand, from India. We have invited a lot of director generals from the different departments in Thailand. We've had a lot of well-known speakers, Indian speakers from all over the world to come and talk at our meetings. I think we've covered, and we have given a lot of information to our members. So I think we've done a lot. We've done a lot in that area.
Thank you. In the past year, Thailand, just like any other countries, was battling with the COVID situation. And how did ITBA handle the challenges, and was there any obstacles?
Very good question. Yes, there were obstacles. The first thing I did, or we did, is to approach the Thai government to tell them about the opportunities that exist. India has a company which is the largest producer of vaccines in the world. So we told the Thai government that we have two companies in India. One is there are two brands that are produced in India. One is Covishield, which is produced under license from AstraZeneca, and the other is a local ethnic product called Covaxin. India has vaccinated 1.3 billion people. In the month of April, there were 400,000 people infected in the month of April. The Indian government has brought it down from 400,000 to less than 15,000 in a period of 6 months, which is a great achievement. Great achievement. You know? If you look at the percentage, it's less than 0.01%. The secret for that is that they did the testing and then they vaccinated in large numbers throughout the country. Initially, a lot of people were infected and there were a lot of deaths. But as time went by, the Indian government was able to bring this under control, and today it is among one of the few countries that has successfully solved this problem. It was my endeavor to talk to the Thai government with a view to bringing in the Indian vaccine into Thailand, because the prices are very competitive. Unfortunately, as I was discussing this with the Thai government, there was a huge shortage in India. What the Indian government did was, to solve this shortage problem, they asked the two plants to increase their production from 100 million to 200 million, and the government assisted them in financing. So over a period of time, they were able to increase their production. Today, there is no shortage in India. One of the two vaccines have only recently been approved by WHO, and that is Covaxin. Today we have two brands. There is no shortage. Their pricing is very competitive. So there does exist a scope for Thailand to import the vaccines from India. In the area of testing, I think they've tested over 1 billion people. and the testing mechanism is a very efficient mechanism in India. So I did introduce several companies to people in Thailand with a view to getting these people to import the test kits from India. I believe some of them have already applied to the Food and Administration Department of the Thai government, and very soon you will see the antigen test kits from India in the Thai market. One positive about the Indian kit is their standard is very, very high. It's almost 95%. And the second is that the price is very, very competitive. I think it will retail something between 30 to 50 baht. At one time these were sold anything between 100 to 300 baht. So once the Thai government approves the Indian product, then obviously the Thais will have access to a good system which is effective, and the price is very, very low. I would like to at this stage also tell the viewers that I am a great admirer of the Thai Prime Minister. He's very honest, very hardworking. I think he has done a lot to solve all the problems related to COVID. Under the circumstances, I think he's done a good job. It could have been better if Thailand was more prepared at that time. Perhaps the numbers would not have risen to the level that it did, but I'm still convinced that the Prime Minister of Thailand has done a very good job, and I'm very hopeful that the numbers will come below 5,000 in the not too distant future. The important thing is to continue with the vaccination program. You must continue with the testing, and I think the fact that the Prime Minister has now opened tourism, I think that will improve the economy in this country, because over the last 2 years a lot of hotels, people in the tourism industry suffered greatly. Now that the government has allowed travelers from a lot of countries to visit Thailand, I think that will improve tourism. At one time Thailand used to get 30 million tourists. I would like to see that target being reached, but it will take a little bit of time. The economy in the country is likely to improve. The exports will increase, and I think it's only a matter of time that Thailand will become the land of smile one more time. It's only a matter of time that Thailand will welcome 30 million tourists once again. I think it's only a matter of time that the Indian wedding organizers and the hosts will come in big numbers to organize weddings in Thailand again. It's only a matter of time that the 5,000 odd small-time businessmen will start visiting Thailand and buying Thai products once again. And I'm just hopeful that both the government and the private sector will work hand in hand, and especially the two Indian organizations in Thailand, that is India Thai Business Association and the India Thai Chamber of Commerce. The future is bright. India is a great country. There exists tremendous scope of increasing the social, economic, religious, cultural interaction between the two countries. I thank you for the opportunity given to me to share my views, and I hope that the viewers find this useful.
Thank you for your answer and your very kind heart.
Thank you very much.
And the next question we have is, what do you believe is your most important task as a representative of ITBA?
My most important task is to increase the economic interaction between the countries. Task number one.
Thank you. The next question is, what advice have you received, like from other people?
My advice is be honest in all your dealings, and remember one thing in life, and that is never overestimate, never take things for granted, because Murphy's law, according to Murphy's law, whatever can go wrong will go wrong. So be careful in whatever you do, think carefully, and be honest in all your dealings.
Thank you. Do you have a role model in your life?
Well, when I was in college, I studied English literature. So, if you ask me, do I have a role model? You're talking of leaders. I have followed politics. I have followed world events. There are a lot of politicians that I have admired. One modern politician that I really admire is Mr. Modi. He has turned the country around. I think he has done a tremendous job with the country. He and his relatives are still poor. And he started, everybody knows the history, he started with nothing. He used to sell tea in the running trains, and today he is the Prime Minister of one of the largest democracies in the world. I bow my head to Mr. Modi. I bow my head to a lot of other politicians all over the world. It's difficult to name because there are so many. I think I admire all these people who have devoted their time, their energies to develop their respective countries. The world is a great place to live in. We are all fortunate to be alive, and I think we must make the best use of each day and thank God that we are alive.
Thank you. What are your hobbies in life? What do you usually do in your free time?
Okay. I play golf. I used to play bridge, a lot of bridge, and I used to breed horses. But I don't have horses anymore. There was an African sickness that wiped out the entire stock at my farm. I don't play bridge anymore, but I still play golf. I used to collect stamps. I still have a good collection of stamps. I collect coins, old coins, Indian coins, 1 rupee silver coins. I have a good collection going back to 1884. I collect Thai coins. I collect Thai notes, banknotes. And one hobby of mine is that I like to visit open markets, vegetable markets, because it gives me an opportunity to interact with people who live from day to day. It also gives me an opportunity to see the little children around. I think I have done a lot of charity work. I enjoy that. I think that is one way for me to show my gratitude towards Thailand and towards the monarchy of Thailand. I hope to continue some of these hobbies.
Thank you. What do you enjoy about ITBA?
I think it's more a fulfillment of a duty. Running an organization such as ITBA, there are a lot of problems. But then I say to myself, look, this is in the interest of the countries. Our job is to increase the interaction between the two countries. So I consider this more as a duty. And I enjoy fulfilling my duties. As I mentioned, Indian born, adopted Thailand as a home. So I'm able to do something in both the countries.
Thank you. The next question is, how do you evaluate success in ITBA?
The word success has a very broad connotation, To me, there is nothing like success. You do your duty, and then you continue to do what you think is your duty. Because the moment you think that you are successful, you may stop doing. So I think work has to continue. You have to continue with your objectives in life, because you don't stop living, so you don't stop working, you don't stop thinking, and you don't stop behaving. So it's a part of it becomes a part of your routine, So every time I wake up in the morning, I thank God that I'm alive. And say to myself, there is another day for me to fulfill and continue with my objectives.
Thank you. And the last thing that we have here before we end, can we ask you to greet our Indo-Thai News viewers? If you have anything that you would like to add to them and any thing that you want to add, basically.
Well, I am very happy that I've had this opportunity to share my views with your viewers. I sincerely hope that you will find this useful. And as I said earlier, if there's anything I can do to help any of your viewers, they're more than welcome to send me their inquiries. Contact me either over the phone or send me a message.
Thank you for your time and thank you for all your informative answers. I am sure that the viewers are happy and feel very informative after listening to this whole conversation. And thank you again.
Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity of meeting your viewers. And I sincerely hope that they will find this useful, instructive, informative.
Thank you for watching Indo-Thai News. See you guys in the next episode. สวัสดีค่ะ